I do not need to give you a social distance. Do you understand that?
I understand that.
Stand there and you shut your fucking mouth and I'll be right back.
I understand that, sir.
All right, guys, you saw snippets of a video there. I put the link to the whole Instagram video in the description box below. I also put a link to this story that I'm going to cover right now in the description box below. But what it is this cop here, him and his partner, neither one of them are wearing masks. He's all up in the guy's face. And didn't the president say we're supposed to be practicing social distancing? I don't know if Utah, if the governor there has set a mandate, but I know in California, Governor Newsom set a mandate that everyone will wear a mask. Everybody's doing that in California. Not all of the law enforcement agencies here are enforcing it, but all of them have said they expect the public to be responsible enough to, they've used the word comply. Everyone! So they're expecting you to comply. If it becomes graceful, I forget the word, greatly negligent or what have you, willful negligence, then of course they're going to start enforcing. Well, in fact, we've seen in Santa Cruz, 7 guys, each of them got a $1,000 citation for not wearing a mask and being out, violation of the stay home order. So they're ticketing people, guys. Anyway, moving on, going to Salt Lake City to talk about this jerk cop, and then you can read the story in the description box below or watch the Instagram video. Thanks to KSLTV, that's KSaltLakeTV.com for this story. An officer with the Unified Police Department has been accused of stepping over the line while responding to an alleged trespassing incident at Brighton Ski Resort. Brighton was closed due to the COVID-19 pandemic, along with every other ski resort in Utah. But the snowboarders involved in the incident said they were just parked in the parking lot and claimed they were snowboarding on private property. A cell phone video of the incident showed an officer berating one of the snowboarders. Oh, he does too.
You invited this on yourself with your attitude. Do you understand that? Okay. Do not ask me for favors, Mr. Lockwood.
The video started out with a police officer yelling, "Trespassing is trespassing. Do you understand me there? Do you understand me there? Do you understand me?" The video posted on Instagram has been viewed 15,000 times so far. The snowboarder in the video asked the officer to please stand 6 feet away. The officer responds with, "I do not need to give you social distance. Do you understand that?" And he basically berates him and uses an expletive, drops an F-bomb on him. That's very professional. But the beginning of the Instagram video, and I'm sure don't see that they mention that here, the cop says, "I have handcuffs on my belt that'll break your wrists." Is that a threat? Is that a veiled threat of physical harm? Moving on. Now, we do not know what happened leading up to the confrontation. Neither do police investigators, says K Salt Lake TV. But we do know that he's saying basically, I'm trying to get permission for you to be here. Then why is he so upset over them having attitude? I'm going to go back to that. Let's finish this. The Unified Police Department Internal Affairs Division was investigating the incident. Unified Police Department Sergeant Melody Gray said, quote, "We have not been able to look into the entire incident at this time. Sheriff Rivera has made a very public comment that we do not condone this type of language from our officers." Unified police authorities said they have instructed their officers to take extra precautions because of COVID-19. There you go. Officers all have personal protective equipment. Try to limit contact and maintain distance when they can. But that's not always possible. Well, of course it's not possible when you're in somebody's face dropping F-bombs and berating the crap out of them. Moving on. Melody Gray said, quote, "We are still police officers. There are things we have to do that's going to essentially violate social distancing. We can't put handcuffs on someone from 6 feet away." The snowboarder said in the end they were not cited for trespassing by the officer. So, but she says, this Melody Gray chick says, well, we can't put handcuffs on them from 6 feet away. Yeah, handcuffs that'll break their wrists. That's what the guy said. I have handcuffs on my belt that'll break your wrists. Over trespassing to snowboard. Not to steal anything or break into a building. Just having fun. School's out. And, you know, I don't know how old these people were, but all he had to do was say, you know what, look, there's an order right now. You can't be here. If they were on private property, all they had to do was say, we're on private property. Okay, well, did you have permission to be here? All right, well, I'm just going to leave or whatever. Let me ask them and see if you have permission to be here or not. If they give him an attitude, tough titty. People give me an attitude on my job, but you don't see me screaming and berating them and getting in their face. I just calmly say, I'm sorry, but it's the California policy says this and this, and this is what we have to go by. California mandates that this is what we do to follow their policy. It's all you do is explain what you're doing. Because basically that's what law enforcement officers, that's basically the scope of your job to begin with, is you explain laws, statutes, rules, orders. That's what you do is explain it to them. But he's berating this kid like, you know, he's pissed off because he has to be out there. He's probably been ordered to wear a mask, which he doesn't want to wear. Now he's pissed off at his bosses. He's pissed off at the kids. He's pissed off at his wife. He's pissed off at the dog. He's pissed off at the bird. He's freaking pissed off at the world. So he's going to berate this poor kid. But again, click the link below in the Instagram video and watch that for the whole thing. You're going to be amazed. But I know what I wanted to get back to. It says the Unified Police Authorities have said we are taking precautions because of COVID-19. They do have protective equipment. They're not using it. He's up in this kid's face, spitting in his face. He's not handcuffing him. He's talking to him. He can't stay 6 feet away to talk to him. Well, we have to get close to put handcuffs on. They weren't even cited. I want to know what you guys think. I'm going to close this off and not beat this to death. But, hey, here's a jerk cop in Salt Lake City that everybody needs to bring attention to. That's right. Go get that Instagram video and watch it. Share it. Put it across the world. Make this guy a star. Community Leo Watch, watching Leos. That's law enforcement officers from coast to coast on this Tuesday.